Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dean Cottill, shooting this video in sunny South Africa here in Port Elizabeth, a small coastal city if you will, and really wonderful to always talk all things media and all things ministry with you. At the beginning of February, I started a challenge for myself to see if I could upload a video every day for the day of February. I made it to day 21 and then the wheels came off. And if I'm brutally honest with you, I had this wonderful idea, I had this wonderful vision of working through 28 videos in the 28 days of February and really pushing into the YouTube world. But about 21 days in, the wheels came off. And really just lost motivation, if I'm completely honest. And really struggled to find the reason why I thought it was important to create content and why I thought it was important to put something out there. And I think even more importantly, to try and figure out what it means to put myself out there. As a creator or as a creative, I'm kind of plagued with this imposter syndrome, with this like, why me? If anything, somebody else will do it, somebody else will create the thing or somebody else will take that photograph. About 10 years ago, I jumped on the Instagram application and just with my little iPhone 4S, I would run around the local beaches here in South Africa taking photographs of the ocean at sunrise and sunset, running up and down mountains in Cape Town like Lions Head and Table Mountain. And I just did it for the absolute love and joy of creating content within that world. And over the last while, as I've begun to dive into YouTube and wanting to create content for people that people will find helpful, that people will find useful, and really create a community of people that we're able to engage with around ministry, around media, around marketing, the wheels came off and I kind of scraped my knee and almost just lost this drive or this idea or this desire to want to be a creator. And in the last little while, I've kind of tried to keep myself in check. I've kind of tried to just reflect on some of these things and some of these ideas. And as my drive for creativity and this idea of wanting to be a creator began to dive, the opposite also began to become true. That the more I didn't want to create stuff, the more I wanted to consume stuff and just take stuff in. And so what was quite interesting for me is I began to almost compare it to working out or going to gym. That if you get into a rhythm of working out and get into a rhythm of training, what actually happens is the quality of the food that you desire to take in actually increases. But then what happens is when you kind of slack off in the gym or you slack off running or whatever it may be, you actually then eat more chocolate and chips and junk food because your drive and your desire almost takes a dive, that the other stuff increases to almost compensate. And I found the same thing happening to me. The less I was creating, the more I was consuming. And I noticed this almost as a commentary to our world, if you will. That the less we create, the more we want to consume. So for each of us, for each person who's watching or listening during this time, whatever your desire or your niche is or your creative process or your creatorness, that drive that you have in you to create stuff, whether it's take photographs, copywriting, writing music, writing poems, making videos, whatever it may be. I don't know who needs to hear this. I hope that today you know that you should go out there and create that thing. Put your phone down for 10 minutes and write that song. Close your laptop and go for a walk and go for a hike and take a photo of the mountain that you've always wanted to take. I hope that in one way or another we can increase our desire and our ability to create stuff. And in the same breath, that kind of desire to just want to scroll through our phones and consume stuff would deplete and go down also. I hope that you found this encouraging. I am trying to get back on the proverbial horse, if you will, and trying to create a video a day once again. As we kind of start in April, I'm going to see how far we can go as we build a little bit of a community and as we share ideas around media, around ministry, around marketing, and all things social media, I really hope that you would come along for the ride. I'll see you tomorrow.